Okay, what is going on, guys? This is Strix here. I'm just going to be doing a quick test today to see what happens in terms of my ship skin when I go to upgrade a core from purple to gold. So, one second here. Um, so as you guys saw with my APOC, when I went to click confirm when it was fitting the nanocore, right, it just automatically equipped this golden skin. And I've been unable to change it unless I, buy one of the stupid materials to change your skin. Um, because I just, for whatever reason, it wouldn't let me actually re-customize the thing. So you'll see there's no red button there that indicates that I still have a free attempt, and I just cannot change it. So I mean, net cheese plus fix, but that's beyond the point for this video. Um, right now we're only concerned about what happens if I try the process anew for my Vindi this time. As you can see, we already have all the R, so that's all taken care of. And so we're just going to go ahead and jump straight into doing this. And then I guess since I have a Vindi out in here ready to go and it's already at home and everything, I'll build a fit that is capable of running um Anoms here in my home system. Since we already know how the AI works, and we'll see how it fares, since I've not been able to get the APOC working again since that first test that I did. And I honestly have no clue why. It might have just been like that I literally broke the AI. And it still works for encounters, but for noms, it's just a crapshoot. So I'm betting on the fact that other people are having the same issue. Um, and that will uh, soon be resolved. Okay, so here we go. We're going to, yeah, so it's going to unequip when it enters the new page. And now supposedly there's another option in here for extra damage, but I can only choose from the two. Because if I go back over to my APOC, right, it's back out of here. I can actually spend one of these to get even more laser damage instead of the extra armor. And I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. Okay, what's... Okay, come on, game. And now it's just being done with me and not even letting me choose that. But so yeah, it only has the two that you can choose from there in the beginning. Um, okay, it says that I have armor. What if I do something like this? What are you on about? What are you on about right now? Okay, I guess I just quite literally cannot do that. I don't know what's up with that. Um, I would really like more damage, in all honesty. So we could see what our Vindi is going to look like with this nanocore on, and I do not like this one bit. So we're definitely going to want to um, change this. We will go ahead and add armor, since I'm fully against warp stability coming from nanocores. It's a terrible idea. The new nanocore cannot be repackaged after expansion. Continue? I didn't know this. So that's interesting. Um So you can't pull out at this point is what it's saying. Is like in terms of your materials. Um which is fine. I've already upgraded this thing to the point where I wouldn't even want to. So I'm already stuck re-rolling. But interesting how that effectively means that it'll never be player tradable, even if the purple ones do become player tradable. Okay, so is this just gonna go ahead and equip this? Am I even gonna get the option not to? What if I go over here? No. Um these are just the only two options I ever get. That's a damn shame. Okay. Yep, let's go ahead and do it. Please, 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 please do not make me... Are you sure you want to fit the intelligent nanocore and switch skin? Okay, so this is what I clicked confirm on last time, and it switched the skin over to the new thing. So we're going to hit cancel, right? Okay. Hey, look at that. Did we do it? I think we did it. Now we're going to refit it. Okay. All right. Yeah, we have our old skin. Awesome. Okay. So there you go. So this video does have a purpose after all. And we have our gold nanocore. Everything's confirmed. Everything went through. We'll go ahead and enable the AI autopilot thing. There's nothing I don't even have one to use, even if I were to. God damn it, that's 19.2. That's 19.2. I really wish I could change this over to the railgun damage. I don't know why it locked me into what I had here on my main. Again, net cheese, please fix. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. Yes. Yeah. God, I guess I'm gonna have to have the voice perma-muted. Actually, I could just mute the application itself, and when I want to hear what's going on, I have ear trumpet for that. Okay, and let's get a fit put together. So, as you can see, we have the cyber core, which already gives some nice bonuses to the webs. So the Vindi is part of the 99% club here with its webs, which means we probably won't have to worry about tracking at all. We'll have our dual NOS, we'll have our webs, and we can actually get some more DPS in there. And we've already seen how we don't want a micro warp drive. The rats will, for the most part, just be in range on their own, to be honest. So we can even get some more DPS in here, like so. That brings us up to 35, 34. Very nice. And as for rigs, I would have loved another railgun burst. I'm going to have to remember to pick one of those up. I have two SMCs and a CCC. Again, not optimal, but doable for now. I'll make more money and get these things all fit up nice and proper. Now, we have a rep, a yellow, and a red, which is interesting. So if I go over to my implants, I also realize I probably don't even have the right thing fitted, right? No, we want a high power coil. And that'll on its own affect my DPS figures here. Yeah, again, another 100 because I have the field stabilizer efficiency. Okay. And so it's a tier 6, so I'm kind of surprised that the boost here is not all that great. I think that has something to do with the fact that I have this other collision rig in here. But it's doable for now. I don't know. Do I go out there as is? Do I just take this thing out with how it is currently? I have a red and a yellow. We have snubs. I think 1 rep should be fine for level 9 anomalies. Oh, let's get the AI field up and all set. I should have the stuff here. I do. I think I have more than that though from when I opened boxes. And for some reason it showed that I had a Will of Steel core show up. No, that's the Mega core. Or was that just for the sake of extra appearances? I don't know why the game wants to double click on everything when I hold down. I don't know why, I don't know where Will of Steel came from. But, no matter. Let's take a look at some of the attributes we can get from here. Well, actually, we already did this. We already went over some of this, but I didn't look at the coercer. So this is what you can get from that. Small laser, uh, destroyer flight velocity. So this is interesting. It looks like they've made warp stability based on the ship class itself. So if you threw this into a battleship core and put that stat on after leveling, I'm not even sure if it would work. Because it says destroyer warp stability. But who knows? Maybe that's just because it comes from a destroyer. My god, look at level 10. Fucking +7. Dude, what is that, man? Yeah, no, dude. Fuck warp stability from nanocores, period. Full stop. I'm never doing that. If you do that, I'm gonna say it to your face. You're a bastard and an asshole. Fucking fit warp stability rigs like the game was designed to fit and stop with the pay to win bullshit. Come on, don't be part of the problem. Um, but yeah, so let's look at the Megathron now. Large rail damage, cap need, activation time, everything we expected, and what, some mobility? Yeah. So nothing really of note there. Cruisers don't seem to give all that much. Except for, you know, the notable entry here of actually improved EWAR, which will be something I'm looking into for the future. I guess that's something I should also get into. So if you noticed, it was, let's go back to the Concord page here. So all the hype and rage right now, as for what people are talking about, is with getting these materials themselves and, you know, that gameplay loop. So I just wanted to expand a little bit more on that and share the latest information with you guys in regards to that. So these Tesseract Star Cores, right? They are what is used to actually upgrade a purple nanocore to a gold one. So that's what you saw over here when I bought 2 of these things. I got 60 of each of these twice, and so I used 120 on the dot to upgrade the core. And then I also got these amethyst cones. And as you saw with the AI thing, those are what is used to actually give your AI more time. So each of these that you use, you get an hour that they're able to fly your ship for you. So that's that. But the question on everybody's mind right now is this something that you can grind for? Is this something that is actually obtainable without spending the $60 as I have now twice? And I think the answer to that is actually a surprising yes. So if we look at the prices of things here, we can see that we can get up to 30 keys and up to 50 of these cores. Now, we don't know how often you are able to buy these. I don't know whether the Concord store updates weekly or whether you can only buy these like 30 times or or however many times and then you're done for the entire pass. Um People have reason to believe that it's weekly because that's how it's worked in the past. Like I believe with buying some of these things, my God, look at this fucking material. Why is this the same price as a frigate Nanocore? Dude, that's like a whole season's worth of grinding just to change your ship colors. Come on, NetCheese. Come on, get it together. Yeah, I mean, so in the past there were things like this where yeah, you were limited to buying only a certain amount at a time, but it eventually refreshed and you were able to do it again. So either way, I do believe that this is something that is actually obtainable because if we run the numbers here, it's 400 for one of these. All 50 of them is 20,000. You do that twice, that's 40,000, and then you add um 20 more. Oops. 20, please. And so that's another 8,000. So it's 48,000 to to actually get all the cores, and that's if you bought them from here alone. Now, if you went the other route and spent 1,000 on keys, then you can go over to these boxes and run your luck and have the potential of opening um 1,600 Concord points worth or 4,000 Concord points worth of the same thing. Generally, I don't know if this box is worth it. The odds, obviously, they're designed to be this way. They're very unclear because every single thing has its own odds. And since there's so many nanocores and nanocore boxes in here, we don't really know what the collective chances for getting any particular thing. So if you were after, just a nanocore, then you would add all of these up. Or if you were after these cores, like I said, then, you know, I mean, there's ways to calculate that. I just am unable to do that here live on the recording because it's a bit more complicated. And so by far the most probable ones that we see here are these new nanocore materials, which I guess it's good that these are the most common. I'd rather have these be the most common rather than these cores and the amethyst cones because my God, it is a grind to level this up. I went over this in the last video. We learned that even for your first stat here of your new extended attributes, it's 6 that you have to do, as you can see, instead of 4. And it's not 100% rolls every time. So yeah, getting the materials even to get this first attribute is going to be an absolute pain in the ass. Um, so we definitely need ways to we need even more ways to get those materials, quite frankly. So I hope that comes out in the near future. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up now. Let's go take this thing out for a spin. Oh, I got off on this whole rant because I was gonna look to see if I had more fuel. Whatever. We'll just throw in there what we've got. Here, let's give it 4 hours, alright? At 5 hours for a nice even number. Sorry, I work on a system of 5s and 10s. Oops, that's 2. Alright, I guess we're giving it 10 hours. That I totally did not do that on purpose. I'm just being a bozo right now. Can I set the thing to the right mode? Okay. So as you saw, it is even able to pick up encounters that are a ways off. So if you had this in your home system and the pipe was clear, you could set it like if you're in BW or if you're in XHQ, I think those are both two jumps out from Didal. Um, then yeah, you could just set the thing to pick up your encounters that are up to two jumps away, and then it'll that's our way of picking up all the encounters from Didal. And so it is able to do that. Obviously, you have to contend with the minor efficiency that is jumping back and forth. Perhaps even more so since um since you have to fuss with the AI and it just wants to keep doing its thing. Okay, so there's our AI button, but we're just going to put our third thing here. Actually, we can put the AI button even on this page, in the place of our drones. What's Sugar on about? Is he what's he showing off there? I didn't see that. Um, it's not optimal to have all my guns stacked. You know what? No, we're going to move all of these. Oh my god. I don't know what happened, but Nox has been buggy recently and it just wants to double click or release my mouse button all the time. It's very weird. Okay, how am I doing this? God, getting a loadout that looks nice is always a pain in the ass when I decide to change something. I want my 4 stacks right there. We're just going to do 4 stacks of 2. And since the Vindi is a tracking beast, um, okay, everything will fit. It'll just have to look like that. And we'll just have those over there. And it's going to activate all of those on its own. Oh, so the other thing I wanted to show was manually introducing a cycle to this. Okay, so it's going to warp off to the anomaly, no problem. And I think what has to happen is that I actually have to finish whatever anomaly I start. I think that's currently the bug, because I ended up warping away from the one I did the first time, and if it had gotten cleared since, the AI will want to return to whatever anomaly you were at. It just kind of leaves off, or it just kind of picks up wherever you left off, and that's a problem if the anomaly or the encounter no longer exists. So that's something they need to touch up on, is the fact that the thing just ceases to function if the anomaly you were doing just disappears. And I mean, come on, let's face it, what are the odds that you're gonna decide to bring the thing back home in the middle of an anomaly? It's quite high. Unless you just explicitly decide to stop the thing every time it finishes an anomaly. But even then, it seems that that will screw it up. Okay, so we're going to introduce our own stagger here. We're going to just do these about a third in, something like that. Now, is it going to lock for me? Again, this thing hesitates, and so now the current behavior, as of the last video, it was showing that like it would lock all of them at the same time and make use of this button. Now that is not the case. Now you have to struggle through this, where it goes through this extremely slow process of locking ships one at a time. And it'll only start to attack when it has everything locked. So just be wary of that if the tank is a little bit flimsy for your ship. Okay, so as you can see, the first cycle of my not my gyro stabs, whatever, my heat sinks has went through. The AI didn't even bother since they were all already running, and so I think it will just maintain the cycle that I put in. So obviously I didn't do an optimal cycle just because I was in a bit of a rush to get it going before I stopped warp. But if you were doing this, you would set something up or eventually just have it at the point where like you know, you just have the one off of cooldown at a time. And so that would be a bit difficult to time since you have to start them like before you warp. And then be landing as you want the last one to go up. And then I mean even more so with this. But why are we in a 7? I just realized we're in a fucking level 7. There's 9s here. Oh my god, it takes you to 7s, dude. Dude, don't use this thing in your home system, man. Don't do it. They gotta fix all this shit. Alright, I'm gonna pause the recording and I'm gonna come back when we're actually into armor. So that we can see how this thing does. Because right now we're just plunking away at him. And we're not even into armor yet. So give me a second, guys. Okay, we're back. I ended up full clearing that level 7 because I wanted to avoid any issues with this thing bugging out. Oh, hey, somebody's here. Who the hell is this? Who is this? Oh, that's Sugar. He's here in the random ass large anom that I just warped to. Well, I just want to see if this thing works. I'm just gonna enable this. It's gonna warp me off anyways. So we're gonna see where we warp. Damn, a big Vindi rat. This guy's funny. I wonder what it drops. No, get me out of here. And now the auto lock. Oh, actually, that's the auto lock back. So yeah. Let me go to the settings here. Let me show you guys what I'm actually using to sort of mitigate what's going on here. So I have auto attack next on. I have automatic lock back on, and I have automatic attack. Basically everything except auto orbit. And that's because, as we saw, it's just super slow with the way it locks. So if you have auto lock back on, it'll at least lock some of the rats in return once they start red boxing you. So you have some cases where the AI is doing the locking itself, and other cases where it's initiated by that setting. And no, we warped off to another 7. Um, and not even the top 7 if we sort by name. So, yeah, that is bad, obviously. Um, we're just going to disable it and just let it run its course because, oh, the auto lockback still wants to do its thing. Okay, so we're just gonna sit here for a minute until nothing is cycling. Get my drones back in here. Come on, game. Okay. And we're just gonna head home. I don't know why I keep losing my click when I hold. So that's a shame. I really wish I could show you guys how this thing performs. You know what we'll do? We'll do this. We'll set it to pick up some encounters in Didle, and then we'll have it fly over on its own to run those so that we can show you guys how this thing works, picking up anoms that are a few jumps out. I think that's the last thing I've yet to show with the functionality here. And obviously for us Serenity boyos, we don't want to do that if we have it set to normal anomalies because we all know the rules that are in place right now. So don't have this thing jumping around all around in pocket and fucking clearing out everybody's anoms. I know there's a few that are just sitting out there and look like they're not being touched or anything, but don't even bother with that with the AI so that we don't get into any issues there. All right, so we're just gonna dock up, And we'll take this thing, I guess it's 3 jumps over for me. I guess I should have hopped next door and done it from there. But it shouldn't be a problem, right? I still have, why did that, damn, that thing's been sitting there for the longest time. So yeah, when I refresh, let's set this to expert as well. It'll take effect after the next refresh. Okay. Then we'll change this over. It seems like right now, this is, encounters are still the best use case. Though I'm hoping that changes in the near future. We're going to do this, and we're going to set it to 3 jumps. Okay. Now remember, you're going to need to disable the AI and bring your ship back home to wherever you staged from every single time it finishes its set of encounters. Otherwise, when it refreshes the next time, it's going to pick up whatever is within 3 jumps of Didal, and then your ship is jumping around all over the place and you end up on the other side of the server. So just be wary of that. But you know, if you are just in pocket and you want to make a quick run out, then we should see here that it'll refresh and what? Is it not even able to? Am I just dumb? I guess I missed them. What happened here? What happened here? Um, oh, it's picking up Anoms. Oh, it's picking up like exploration in nullsec. I didn't even get anything for Didal. That was unlucky. Yeah, I should have really popped next door. I really should have popped next door. Okay. Well, I have a purple encounter that I can do in YW, so that's interesting. Um, all right, I'll clock back in with you guys in half an hour, and I'll show that if I can. But for now, I'll call it here. I said this was going to be a quick recording, and I ended up recording for another half hour. So, whoops, sorry for that. But hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.